All right, so today's lesson, which is being recorded, is about slope. If I talk about slope, you usually think of like skiing, right? You go skiing on the slopes, right? The word slope is like the measure of a line's steepness, right? If a hill is steep, then you can say that it's a sloped piece of ground, right? And the steeper the hill, the bigger the slope that hill has. Slope is just another word for rate of change. So we've been in rate of change last week. You talk about rate of change with a graph, you use the word slope instead. And slope is abbreviated with the letter M because that makes no sense whatsoever, and math likes to do that to us. So last week you guys saw that there's 4 kinds of slopes. You might have a positive slope, and that's when your line is going uphill.
But how do you tell?
So if you always read lines left to right. So if you're looking at the line right here on the screen, if you're looking at that line, you read it left to right. It's going uphill, right? It's increasing, so that has a positive slope. Negative slope is when you are going left to right. It's going downhill. That's a negative slope. A zero slope is like our floor. Zero slope. It's horizontal, right? There's no steepness to it at all, right? Undefined slope means that it's not even a steep line. It's just a vertical line, right? If you were to go skiing down a hill with a vertical slope, it would not be much of a ski trip, right? That's an undefined slope. It would be a hospital trip. So here's how you find slope. We use the formula rise over run. And you do it by making a staircase. Let me show you. Let me zoom in here. So that line, to find the slope of that line, you can see I made a staircase. I found a bunch of points that are all on the line, and then I just made a staircase. And the formula is rise over run. So the staircase is going up 3 and over 2 each time, right? Up 3 and over 2. So the steepness of this line, the slope of this line is 3/2 because I went up 3 and over 2 to get to the next step, right? This line's steepness, the staircase is going downhill, right? And it goes up 1 and over 4. So this is 1/4. But this one is a negative 1/4 because it's going downhill, right? And think about it. If I start right there, my mouse is really small, but if I start right there and I go to the right 4 and down 1, going down is negative, right? So that's why it has a negative slope. Because over time, you're going to be traveling downhill. That's why it has a negative slope. So today's lesson, you're going to be given a question like this, and it's going to ask you to find the slope. So how do you find the slope? You need to build not the whole staircase, just one step. So you start. This is the same question, by the way, on your screen as mine. So if you haven't started the assignment yet, you could do the same exact question with me. You just need to build one step. So find a point that's nice and easy to read. I'm going to use that one right there. And click. And we need to make a step. So we can't just like go directly to the step. We have to go up and then over. So how about up and then over? Do you guys agree with me that that is the step for this, what the staircase would look like on this line? Going up 1 and over 2.
Yeah.
If I do it again, okay, I'm trying to delete it. There we go. If I do it again, delete. Okay, thank you. So if I go up like there and over there, that's a bigger staircase. That would be up 3 and over 6. The formula is rise over 1. Rise over run. What's 3 over 6 reduced to? What's 3/6 reduced to? 1/2, right? So even though I made a bigger step, it's really the same staircase, right? It's really going to work out to be up 1 over 2.
Oh, man.
Make sure the points you pick are not just points floating in the middle of nowhere. Make sure they're points that line up nicely, right, and go right through the line, right? Don't pick this point right here where my mouse is. That's just in the middle of nowhere. Pick a point that's on the line, like here, up 1 over 2. So the first answer is up 1 over 2, so my slope is 1/2. Your slope should always be a fraction reduced to simplest terms and improper. Don't do it as a mixed number, do it as improper. So if it's 3/2, leave it as 3/2. If it can be written as a whole number, write it as a whole number. Like 5/1, just write 5. And then if it's negative, make sure you include a negative somewhere in your answer. Like the 4th example. Nope. The 3rd example. There we go. This one's negative. So when you're all done, better make sure that this one has a negative answer.
17 right now.
So this one would be -1/3, right? Because it's rise over run.
Negative.
So the word rise actually means up or down, and the word run means left or right. Does that make sense? What's wrong, Arbery?
I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry.